presidential election.
That's Prime Minister Modi's rally. This is the Prime Minister in Karnataka for the first time in his campaign trail. And those are the live visuals coming in of Modi's rally right along the entire stretch of the Nice Road. It is a 5-kilometer stretch. Prime Minister Modi here along with his huge fan base. That's precisely where I'm at, right at the midpoint of Prime Minister's rally here in Karnataka's Bengaluru. He was earlier today in Bidar, where he made several sharp attacks on the Congress, the opposition parties, and picked on the right words, saying, or rather bringing it down to how the Congress has so far pitched its campaign only by abusing Prime Minister Modi, and also quoted that 91 times the Congress has hurled abuses at Prime Minister all the way from 2007 to now. Prime Minister has, right after that spirited talk in the morning in Bidar, now landed in Bengaluru as he carries out this massive roadshow that we are bringing to you live. These are the live visuals and shots of the Prime Minister's rally. Massive crowds here. Thousands of people who've come gathered all for the sheer love of Prime Minister. And of course, the people here hoping, those who have gathered here are hoping that the BJP comes to power. Those who've gathered here are hoping that Prime Minister brings in that model of what UP boasts of safety, of fighting the Gunda Raj, of fighting mafia. That's the kind of voices I've heard from many of them on ground who claim that that's the model they want for Karnataka state as well. For security, for safety, these are national issues that are resonating on ground here in Bengaluru as well, as Prime Minister Modi rolls out this massive rally in Bengaluru. This is a 5-kilometer stretch, and this is certainly going to boost the morale of the cadre, the grassroots cadre of the BJP. Many internal surveys suggesting that BJP may not be at a strong footing this Karnataka Assembly elections, but when Prime Minister Modi comes, the situation usually turns around, and we've seen that time and again how he manages to galvanize support and crowds, and that crowd also more often than not turns into votes. This is Prime Minister Modi's charm that he's now playing out even in Karnataka as we see this live roadshow where he's seated in an open-top truck. And Prime Minister there waving at the crowds as he passes by gleefully, waving to all his fans here in Karnataka. I'm going to get some voices to see what's the real love and affection that the people here who've gathered for Prime Minister, what do they really think of this roadshow? बोलिए आप क्या सोचते हो Prime Minister के बारे में?
Prime Minister today he confirmed that he is not making Gujarat as the number one. Today he promised me Karnataka is the number one for the next future. So we are looking forward Prime Minister Modi to take our Karnataka, and he will become a most popular ever in Karnataka.
Yes, the most popular ever. He is one of the most popular. That is undoubtedly a man who has this... Prime Minister is not just popular in India, I should say he is one of the most popular global leaders. So one should be sure that even in Karnataka he has this fan base and the kind of magnetism that we see of Prime Minister, which is why we see the massive crowds all around here. People wearing saffron, this entire stretch colored in saffron. Many of the political leaders, candidates and MLAs who've come here to get one glimpse up close of Prime Minister Modi along this rally. I'm going to cut across to both our reporters, Nagarjun Dwarkanath as well as Shilpa Nair, who's joining us right from two far ends of this rally here. Nagarjun, over to you. Prime Minister Modi's rally has rolled out. Huge crowds that have gathered to wave at him. This is interesting. Karnataka and the BJP cadre have all now come together and are united in the name of Modi. Whatever internal fissures and friction, one must see that today Prime Minister Modi has helped them keep aside all of that animosity and come together as one united party with a strong ideology, Hindutva as their basis as they pitch for votes this time ahead of assembly elections. Tell us a little more, what does this rally and this roadshow, this pomp and fervor really do to the BJP's prospects in Karnataka today?
Well, Nabila, effectively the Prime Minister is batting like a pinch hitter in the slog overs during the time that it matters. The state unit definitely knows that the Prime Minister is the trump card for them, and strategically they have always sold that as their USP. Right now also they're talking about double engine Sarkar development. If you heard the speech of Prime Minister in last 3 rallies since his start of speech in Humnabad to Vijayapur and then in Kudachi, he's speaking of double engine Sarkar, the amount of money spent by the central government and state government in different schemes for Karnataka farmers and the youth and the women of Karnataka as well. And he also spoke about how he's been abused by the Congress party. He gave out the number 91 times that in the recent past the Congress has abused him, is what he says. Once again, he spoke about how the Congress has abused Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Veer Savarkar, and also he put himself in the league of these netas that Congress are targeting not just Ambedkar and Savarkar but also me. So the Prime Minister somewhere wanted to reach out to the Dalits, wanted to reach out to the Hindutva cadres and their own party workers, the ideological workers, that as much as Savarkar is abused, I am abused as well, is the message that is given out. But what is happening right now in Bangalore is a big show of strength that the party, because Bengaluru has 28 seats and whoever wins the majority chunk of this is likely to form the government. Remember, the stretch that they have chosen from Nice Road Junction to Sumanali Junction is 5.3 kilometers, and strategically this is all the stronghold of the BJP. It constitutes around 9 assembly segments which passes through this 5 kilometer. You have Rajarajeshwari Nagar, you have Mahalakshmi Layout, you have Yeshwantpur, you have Yelahanka. All these constituencies have BJP MLAs, sitting BJP MLAs right now, so they want to consolidate it more. And also if you look at the person who's standing next to him is Sadananda Gowda, who is the Bengaluru North MP, is a Vakaliga phase. To the left of the Prime Minister is Chalawadi Narayan Swamy, who is also the BJP MLC, who is a Dalit phase. And in the Bengaluru North you have the largest Vakaliga community, the Dalit community, also sending out a message that I am with the Vakaliga and the Dalit community.
Well, there are many signals being sent out. Sadananda Gowda, who's standing right next to the Prime Minister, in fact, so far we did not see Sadananda Gowda extensively campaigning for the BJP. There were a lot of talks about what happened to the senior leader within the state. But here, again, Prime Minister Modi comes in and it's almost like a balm over all the issues, the fissures, the tensions that the BJP cadre may have internally. Shilpa Nair, who's right at the start point of this rally here. Shilpa, you've seen the Modi rally and the Modi fervor, the Modi festival that's just arrived into Bengaluru's Nice Road as his truck rolls down, an open rooftop vehicle where Prime Minister is standing waving at the crowds. What's the mood and the pulse that you catch on ground?
Well, here, Nabila, the complaint was that Modi ji's vehicle, the van that he was travelling in, went too fast. That's the complaint that many of them had. A lot of fervor, a lot of celebration on ground, like you rightly pointed out. It's a much-needed boost for the BJP workers ahead of the crucial Karnataka elections. Just 2 days back, he had interacted with booth-level workers, and now for the ground workers, who've been working day in and day out, Prime Minister Modi's roadshow, this long roadshow that he's now carrying out, has come as a huge boost. I'm just going to speak to some of them here about what they think. Sir, आप लोग मोदी जी को देखिए, कैसा लगा आपको?
देखो, मोदी जी एक अप्रतिम महान देशभक्त है। मोदी जी हमारा आइकॉन है, इसलिए हम राष्ट्र के वास्ते नरेंद्र मोदी जी को ही वोट देंगे। कर्नाटक में भारतीय जनता पक्ष को ही वोट देंगे। खास करके यशवंतपुरा विधानसभा क्षेत्र में हम श्री एस.टी. सोमशेखर जी को वोट करके बहुत मोहम्मद से उसको जीतेंगे। मोदी जी हर आदमी का आइकॉन है, हर आदमी का वो कष्ट और सुख में भाग हुआ है और उजाला योजना चालू किया है, सब लोग को गैस दिया है, शुद्ध पीने का पानी दिया है और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दिया है और हर किसानों को सालाना 10,000 रुपया ये सब्सिडी दे रहा है, इसलिए मोदी जी को ही हम वोट देंगे।
I also want to get some young voices in. Sir, आपको क्या लगता है बीजेपी वापस आएगा कर्नाटक में?
बीजेपी पक्का आएगा। बीजेपी क्यों? We want a leadership like Modi ji. We don't want like some don't want like that leadership. We want a Narendra Modi because So we want a Modi.
But there are also corruption allegations against the BJP government.
No, madam.
Modi ji says no corruption, but there are corruption.
No corruptions is there because that's all a false allegation, madam. Because we are seeing I am a youth, I know whatever the Modi, because we are whatever before 65 years India what is there, after Modi government and BJP government is came, India is absolutely become, because you only seeing the expressways. One more, the biggest profit for our Indians and Hindus is that is the only one Rama Mandira. Ayodhya Rama Mandira is one of the dreamest of our Hindus people. So that is very important for us. So we have good relation.
So clearly a lot of issues resonating on ground, and one of course is that of development. That is also the thrust of the BJP's campaign here in Karnataka, that if BJP is voted back to power, then Karnataka will enjoy the benefits of a double engine sarkar. The Prime Minister Modi, while speaking earlier today, he of course pointed out that in several opposition rule states, schemes of the central government have not been implemented properly, and people are not benefiting from these schemes. Was the charge at the Prime Minister level, and he of course said that it's for Karnataka, for the future of Karnataka, the people should vote for BJP so that the double engine sarkar can work for them. But the Congress of course on the other hand has been accusing the BJP, has been countering that, saying that both the engines have failed and it is only corruption that the BJP is indulging in as far as Karnataka is concerned.
Right. Shilpa, of course, the excitement when Prime Minister Modi comes, and let me remind our viewers here that Prime Minister Modi is going to be coming into Karnataka 18 more times. It's going to be 19 whole rallies, 3 days before Karnataka goes to polls on the 10th of May. It's going to be a non-stop campaigning for the Prime Minister himself in this very state, which is known as the gateway for the BJP in southern India. Here, we know that the fanfare for Modi is immense, but does that really trickle down to local leaders enjoying the same kind of support? Well, we've got to wait and see. That kind of support for the local leaders of the BJP, we've got to wait and see. But this particular rally here, I'd like to reiterate, as what Nagarjun also mentioned, that this is aligning the Bengaluru North constituency, which is why we see Sadananda Gowda, also the MP from Bengaluru North, who is joining Prime Minister Modi in his rally here, in his roadshow. And this is a BJP stronghold, aligned our constituencies around the vicinity here that are leaning towards the BJP. So, which is also why, and understandable why, we're seeing huge party cadre, as well as the people who are wanting to get a glimpse of Prime Minister Modi joining this very rally as spectators. It's very interesting to note the voices coming in. Again, I'd like to repeat myself, national issues are resonating among the people here at large. I'm going to try, it is a hyper-local election. One should know this is a hyper-local election. It's an assembly election. 224 constituencies of Karnataka goes into voting, and BJP is trying to retain power. 4 years in power after toppling the JDS Congress government, the BJP has come to power and wants to retain it. They're really hopeful. Let's find out from more people here. Why would you want to? Why have you come here to see Modi? Is that on?
Maybe Modi ho.
आप भी मोदी हो?
मोदी.
आप भी मोदी हो?
मोदी है.
आप
मोदी बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है. जैसे हमें यहाँ अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला है उसे देखने के लिए, इसलिए हम आए. उसके बहुत बड़े फैन हैं. उसके काम करने का तरीका सब अच्छा लगता है.
मैडम, सदी में एक बार ऐसा आदमी आता है, उसको देखने के लिए वो एक
once in a lifetime. Well, these are words that you've got to very closely hear and absorb. People in Karnataka, well, this is surely the Modi fan base, undoubtedly. But look at the emotion and the sentiment. They look at Modi as a legend, as a man who comes once in a lifetime. Those are the words that are echoing around me, at least.
Emotionally connected to Modi.
Why are you emotionally connected?
The way of working style. Okay, many items he had done it.
He's a what? Boss of India, torchbearer of India.
After 10 or 15 years, our kids will ask, have you seen Modi? How was your experience? Like that. So it is a golden moment for us. Okay. Yeah.
golden moment for them. Generations to come will want to know if people here had a slice of history, if they got to witness Prime Minister Modi, and they're very much going to be in the position to say yes up close in this rally here in Bengaluru on the 29th of April. This is an exciting affair. Karnataka elections, not even 13 days to go, and Modi magic really one cannot ignore. It surpasses every boundary in Karnataka, every caste, every community. Here he is, finally in a roadshow, the first that Modi rolls out ahead of elections. But 18 more rallies, one today, 18 more to go. Prime Minister is going to be across different areas of Karnataka where he's going to be galvanizing support for his cadre. This is a huge, huge, huge boost for the BJP as a grassroots. They are known as a grassroots party. They have a huge cadre here, and this is going to be a huge support and boost for the BJP itself, as all the karyakartas now will come together. Their morals will be boosted. They will want to come out and campaign hectically. Prime Minister Modi here has had a special affection and leaning to Karnataka. We've seen how anything to do with Karnataka he takes special attention and special note of. In fact, the several developmental projects that he's rolled out as a BJP government from the centre itself is also commendable. Many roadway projects, railway projects that have come to Karnataka by Prime Minister Modi, of course, at the helm of affairs, is something that one must that we know is something that's what the voters here are also very keenly looking and observing. Nagarjun and Shilpa Nair, both of them are very closely tracking Prime Minister Modi's rally as it trickles down towards where I am. But Nagarjun, give us a little more on the internal fissures and frictions of the BJP. How does this one Modi name unite them all? And what does this really do in terms of Modi, in terms of the BJP's vote share? Will this turn around like magic? Have we seen a pattern when in other states when Modi comes down, somehow their vote share increases by a few percentage?
Well, that's true, Nabila. What has happened in the last 3 to 4 weeks in Karnataka is that the sentiments among the Lingayat was that the BJP party as a sect are ignoring the Lingayats. In fact, after Shettar came out to the Congress and he held a press conference saying that the Brahmin members in the party are trying to sideline the Lingayats. Mr. Savdi was an example, Mr. Shettar was an example, and also other leaders leaving the party like MLC Puttanna, MLC Baburao Chinchansur. So it had damaged the party to a certain extent. The narrative was definitely with the Congress. They were setting the agenda, the BJP was reacting. The moment the Prime Minister comes, we have seen in the last 24 hours the agenda turn around. The agenda right now is Mr. Kharge's comment on Prime Minister. How is Prime Minister reacting? But Jairam Ramesh already tweeted that of course we expected this. The Prime Minister is expected to play the victim card. What else does he have? And Congress also has pointed out that the national leadership does not want to make it a local one. It has to be Modi versus the Congress party. Only then it's advantage BJP. The moment they make it Siddaramaiah, D.K. Shivkumar versus Bommai and Yediyurappa, the national leadership feels that it's advantage Congress. And hence, if you closely watch the speeches of the Prime Minister in the last 3 rallies, in this morning itself, he's not mentioned about the Chief Minister, he's not spoken about Yediyurappa, he has not spoken about the cabinet, he's not spoken about any such issues. It is more of an ideological rally that he did, ideological talk about, and also how he's been victim, how he's been abused by the opposition party. As much as possible, it's a political strategy for the national BJP that make it Modi versus the rest and not keep it local. And the Congress, of course, is feeling that we have to keep it as local as possible. Even if you closely watch Rahul Gandhi,
Modi versus the rest. I'm going to try and cut across to our visuals. Nagarjun, stay with us. Some live visuals coming in of the paramilitary forces now walking down. It appears that Prime Minister Modi's convoy is very fast approaching us. It's super close. From where I'm standing, Prime Minister Modi in just moments will be arriving at this spot. But this is certainly something that will help the BJP come together as a whole unit. This is their moment. It's Modi versus the rest, undoubtedly, like Nagarjun said, considering that the BJP is now asking for votes in the state of Karnataka, not based on civic issues, not on water, not not an electricity, not civic amenities, or even caste and community for that matter. Modi is a name based on which the BJP is now asking for votes. In fact, this is something that we very closely noted, wherever top BJP leaders went about a campaign, their one and only request to voters, including Amit Shah, what he said was their only request to voters was that you will vote for the BJP so that you hand over the state to Prime Minister Modi. You cannot. Well, this is a lot of push and pull. This is a lot of push and pull. It's going to be difficult to really hold our stability here. But this is the kind of fanfare you surely see for Prime Minister Modi. Visuals there speaking for itself. A sea of crowds here as Prime Minister Modi fast arrives here. We see the crowds cheering for the Prime Minister. Many of them calling him a figure that you see only once in a lifetime. This is surely a pompous affair and almost like a festival for the BJP. It's really a very interesting moment as we see Prime Minister Modi arriving. Here is Prime Minister Narendra Modi waving at the crowds as he comes with a bunch of the local leaders, including Sadananda Gowda here in Bengaluru for the first time as he kicks off his very campaign for the state of Karnataka, boosting the grassroots cadre to come together and campaign in spirit for the BJP. Let alone and let aside all the internal frictions of the BJP, all the issues and animosity one may have with the other, but when Modi arrives, it appears that all of them keep all their emotions and issues aside and unite in the name of Modi. BJP has been extensively asking for votes in Karnataka in the name of Modi. In fact, no civic issues, no basic amenities, or not even caste and religion for a change here that we see. The BJP has been outrightly saying we want Karnataka voters to vote for BJP because we want the state to go to the hands of Prime Minister Modi so that he can reform it. He can turn it around to be a model state like he's done with Gujarat. This is a pitch of the BJP extensively here in Karnataka. It's a hyper-local election, an assembly election with 224 constituencies going to vote on the 10th of May. But what the narrative here for the BJP as a party is national issues, be it security, be it safety. It's Modi and Modi all the way. This is Prime Minister Modi's convoy and his rally here that's got to the finish point. Almost a 5-kilometer stretch here on Nice Road in Bengaluru, where Prime Minister Modi waving at the crowds in full spirit with a big smile as he is escorted by his convoy and completes this very rally on this day, the 29th of April. It is an exciting affair for the BJP as the next 2 weeks will really speak for itself with the high-pitched campaign the BJP is expecting to put up and project countering the Congress. It appears that this start today with the crowds, a sea of crowd that we see here, will be a huge moral booster for the BJP in the state. At this point, many of the internal surveys may say that the BJP may not be in a very safe and secure footing. But all of that might change with Prime Minister Modi's very one visit. This is the first visit that we see today. 18 more to go. 18 rallies across the state of Karnataka the Prime Minister is going to be holding. He's going to be visiting different parts of Karnataka.